It almost makes me cry even now in the midst of this. There's a couple of the guys that every single night before I leave, before they head up to bed, they come over and they say to me, "Thank you so much for being here to do this. You don't know what it means to us." And I don't cry in front of them, but it just makes me want to cry when they do that, because they're telling me that it matters to them.
Enough is enough. Go home and stay home. This is what we all need to be doing.
Hi, my name is Tracy, and I'm a nurse. I've volunteered down at the Scott Mission for about 4 years now, and I'm currently down there 7 days a week, helping support them in a more broader nursing capacity in the COVID-19 outbreak, being there for the guys who live there and the guys who work there. I've had my own foot care practice for several years now. I do that full time as a profession, as a nurse. I've wanted to do community outreach, mission type work for a long time, praying to God. I'm like, what can I do to make a difference? Or can one person really do anything to make that big a difference? It just didn't feel with me like what I was doing was making the difference I wanted to make. And I really struggled with that for a long time. I've always loved seeing going down once a month and being a part of it. And I've long wanted to get more involved in that. And the timing for me has been difficult. And the opportunity that's just opened up now to be down there so much more than I am, and get to know the people better and get to be more involved. But I go down every evening and I screen all the staff and all the guys as they come in for any symptoms of any concerns that they might be sick. We're doing our absolute best to maintain the integrity and to try and keep the place COVID free. If there are other needs or other things they want to talk about, if they want to pray together, if they have other concerns, if I can just talk to them about their fears, because a lot of these guys are very afraid. They watch the news, they see what's going on, they know that they're considered an extremely high-risk population. A lot of these guys have what we call comorbid conditions, where they might have respiratory issues, and that puts them in a very high-risk category, and they know that, and they're scared. I was leaving like in tears at night, because the guys would say to me, like, some of them are so scared that they leave in the morning and they don't go further than, like, they basically stay there and sit there until they can get back in, because they don't feel they have anywhere to go, because they're scared to go somewhere where they might catch something. So a lot of them, they basically stay there, and they don't even go anywhere. They just wait to get back inside, and that just breaks my heart. Where am I going to go to get the health care I need? I know that I haven't taken care of my body and my lungs. I know I'm more likely to get it. I don't want to die like that. And, they're afraid, and it's a mandate of the mission. We want to treat them holistically. We want to keep them safe physically. We want to provide for their needs, but I also want to be there to support them emotionally and spiritually as well. We're very strict on the hand washing protocols, PPE. The mission has very limited, but been very blessed with a supply of N95 masks and gloves. So all of the staff are required to wear those. I screen all of the staff before we open the doors to make sure that everybody's well who's working there before we start letting the guys in. So we do that. Then when we let the guys in, there's a very strict protocol where they have to sign in. We know who lives there, make sure that they have sanitized their hands, that they go through the COVID-19 screening questionnaire, any cough, short of breath. A lot of the guys who have health problems, are you feeling any different today? Is it any worse? I screen them. I have a touchless thermometer that was donated by a very dear friend of mine to the mission. for this purpose, so that we can screen them with, again, minimal interaction to transfer anything. It's a thermometer. You point at the forehead and you take the temperature. I keep track of those so that if anybody's having an issue, that I know. I ask them how they're doing, and if there's anything they want to talk about later, if they need me for anything, that they always know that they can come and talk to me, and I try and remind them. I know that they talk to the other guys that are there as well. The guys in the men's ministry at the mission, they feel like family to me. I don't feel like I'm going into work. I feel like I'm going to family. In a greater way than I have in a very long time. The guys who work there, how much they care for the guys that live there. This is not a project to them. This is not a job. Okay, this is their mission. This is their life. This is their purpose. And they really love these guys. I have a very deep love for the city of Toronto and its people, and I'm, nurses are caregivers. We're caring people. So to be able to get more involved and to be down there and see the needs, understand them better, get involved relationally with individuals, that makes a huge difference. I have a certain amount that I can do for these guys, and I do what I can, but I know how big my God is, and I know how much more He can do for them. I don't ever want to take for granted the things I have. I'm very, very grateful that God has taken such good care of me. And I want to honor that. I want to honor everything that God has done for me, and He's taken such good care of me, and pass that on and pay it forward. I feel like if I've made a difference, if I've said one thing that's made a difference to somebody, whether it's staff or a resident, then I've done something that mattered. It's going to take an all hands on deck. Everybody has something to offer, no matter how small it is, that can make a difference. Whether it's time, whether it's money, whether it's clothing donations or other things that you can donate when the mission's back up and able to accept those things, whether it's your prayers, everybody has something to offer that matters.